How's it going today? We're back at the twin shotgun houses, and we've already completed the Barnard house. We are starting to work on the Kern house, and I'm too excited. I can't wait to start junking it up. So let's get straight into it, and I will meet you in build mode. See you in a bit. All right, so here we are in build mode, and I have put up some extra fencing here. I just wanted to make it look like this could close, so I put this precariously here with the tool mod. Being this close to the house, this debug fence just like raises up, so I did me best, and then I put this as if it can swing closed. I think Mr. Kearns likes to have lots and lots of privacy, as I said before, with this fence, and he's got a lot of things that people would be interested in. I'm saying that in a sarcastic way. I always feel like people who have a lot of stuff like this, they like overestimate like how good the stuff that they have is. And so, yeah. So I've got this little, it looks like a woodshed to me, but I think it's supposed to, I don't know, it's like some kind of like cover. But I've got this little covered place thingy that I found in Live Edit from, I think this is from high school years. I don't know. But yeah, this is all like debug / live edit stuff. So this is all just going to tell a little story of like his life and the stuff that he's taken in and whatever. So I do believe there is one thing that I don't have, which is like a wood pile. I thought we had one, maybe from like Get Together or something. I did find the item I was looking for, but for some reason I was thinking it was different. Maybe I'm thinking of like some kind of CC that I downloaded once or something. But this actually already has a cover, so I'm not going to be using that. But I do have all of this lumber that I believe is from the Werewolves pack. In fact, Werewolf pack coming in clutch for this. It always does. Like, it's surprising to me how many good things like this that pack has. So yeah, I am just going to be cluttering this up in no real order. It's just how I think things would go, like how he would have just like stuffed things and how they kind of would be just all over the place. So I have this. It looks like it's some kind of a machine or something that's been covered with a tarp. I don't know. I think that would be very appropriate for this back area. And I want some kind of a cooler that I don't know. Maybe I'm going to like put something on top of it, like this fishing crate thing. Yeah, just things like that. I pulled this out. Again, though, the things that I never think of that are coming in clutch here. Eco lifestyle. Boy, they have a lot of really good things like these appliances, old cars, lots and lots of different cool stuff like that. I think I'm going to try to put all of the wood under cover, because I think he's kind of like, I can use all that, and pallets and things like that he's broken down over the years. And it's just kind of like, I might need that. I might need that. I don't know if that's floating. I don't think it is. And some more. I'm going to put that underneath. Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be good. And then I've got some wooden boxes here, which I may have to actually pull this out. Put that like that. Yeah. Okay. I've got some like fertilizer slash potting soil slash who knows. And I feel like at one point probably his wife would have been into gardening and stuff. They do have planter boxes out here, but they're going to be full of weeds and stuff. But I feel like she did try at one point. And then this house never really looked like this until after she passed away. Unfortunately. Oh, there's a bucket in my bucket. I took this out as well, this little umbrella. I don't know, I felt like he would have this because he found it on the side of the road and he's like, that's a perfectly good umbrella, but it's like moldy and kind of gross, but he still feels like he could use it. So there's that. We have this wheelbarrow that I'm just gonna like haphazardly put in here. And I actually might put these up into the wheelbarrow. See if that will fit. Yep, that's good. I think it's probably, yep, that's what I thought. I'm gonna allow that to be that way. Doesn't really hurt anything. It's fine. It's not poking out the bottom or anything, so that's okay. And I found this. This is really cool. I think this is from Cottage Living. And I think this is maybe like a holdover from his wife. Maybe she had this really cool looking wheelbarrow that she planted some stuff in. And it's like somehow kept to actually being alive. Over the years, it's just kind of reseeding itself, but it's since like got broken down and it's like all spilling out. That's such a cool object. Sorry, let me get down to that. There we go. That's why I'm getting bounced up into the air. Such a cool object. I never realized that we had it until today. So yeah. And then I've got some tires. These are from the Werewolf Pack. These tires, I had to size them down. I think originally they're like that. They're gigantic. But I'm putting these over here by this camper. I think he's like, I'm going to take this. I think he has a lot of like lofty ideas, but he really doesn't ever go or do anything. He's just kind of like, the only things he does is maybe goes out and looks for like scrap and junk and stuff. I think nowadays that's what he does. I mean, besides like taking his dog on a walk or something, I think he has a lot of like things he wants to do, like, you know, lofty ideas, but when it really comes down to it, he's not going anywhere. So I think I'll put this here, and I have these. I kind of wanted to put them up with the tool mod so that they're like at a 90-degree angle. Let's go ahead and try that. All right. So I have actually went ahead and placed everything down. I went ahead and I did this at a 15-degree angle, not a 45, because that was way too much. And for that like rusty wheel thing, cog wheel thing. Again, I don't know what he would be using that for, but he got it and he could use it for something. Put these tires over here because I feel like he has a lot of like lofty ideas of what he wants to do. And he's like, I got these. These are really good tires and they're going to fit, but they're like way too big. I feel like he has this tire over here because he's like older now, and he's going to clean this out and gut it out and reupholstery and clean it out. He never will. But like he's using that tire to kind of like go up onto that step because he's like having a hard time otherwise. And then, yeah, I just kind of placed everything around like the milk can, the bucket, all of that. And now I think the best thing I'm going to do here is put some terrain paint and all of the weeds and scratches and things like that all around. And I think that will really liven, quote unquote, liven this place up and give it the feeling of what I would like. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab out some weeds and we'll do some terrain painting on screen together and just get it popping. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm gonna first put some lovely climbing ivy all over this because I feel like we've had an overgrowth of ivy on this house. It's just giving it a little bit of a hug, and I've sized this down. This is from University. It's just giving it a nice little hug, you know? I don't like that the actual like foundation kind of, oh no. kind of like is gonna be naked, but you know, we can't all be perfect, so it's gonna be fine where it is. But I like that touch, and I want to make sure that it's not going inside the house. Nope. Okay, because this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be putting stuff like this all over this house and all around the house. And that's creeping up. Just ignore this particular leaf, but this is what I'm looking for here. I want it to be covering the window. I want it to just be everywhere on this side. And then I think there's like that one that's kind of splayed like that, but it's like ivy. Let me look for it here. Here we go. This is it. I'm going to size this down so it's not going over into the other yard, even though technically it kind of would. And I actually might have it slightly creeping. You know, this is the landlord. What are they going to do? But you know how like things like that, they'll start coming out and they're creeping up your house. We have that problem in the warmer months with the hummingbird vine. I think it's a very invasive species where we are, and they're really, really pretty. They have like these orange trumpet looking flowers on them, but they will take over your entire like house. And if you have any kind of siding or something that's kind of delicate, they will like it will like kill and destroy all of that, which is not fun. So you don't want that crawling up your house. So we always have to like pull it off and keep it off of. We have brick, but still it's not fun. It's not what we want. All right, and then I have pulled out this guy, and I feel like I want to size him down, but I wanted to kind of put him here, or maybe like growing out of this car slightly. And maybe like another poof, like a bigger poof of that kind of like is just growing and kind of overtaking the car. But that's kind of coming out of the side there. So of the fence. Yeah, that's fine. And then I don't mind that cutting through a little bit because there would be like slats here and maybe you could see it through. So it's like slightly cutting. That's okay. You know, it's whatever. I'm going to bring that car out a little bit more though, so we can see that there is indeed a car. He's just not doing anything with this. Poor Mr. Current. Somebody come help him. Seriously. Somebody come and help him. I feel like Birdie and them, they do like bring him meals and make sure that he's okay, and they spend holidays and family dinners and stuff. But I feel like he's just ultimately, he just wants to be on his own and just kind of like, you know, take care of things himself, even though he doesn't really take care of things, you know. So I'm wanting to put a bush here, but I want it to look like it's overgrown. And I think that's what I want to do, like all... like everywhere. Like at one point, maybe, yes, there was some care taken and now it's just kind of overgrown. And he's just like, I've got too much stuff to do because he feels overwhelmed. That's too big. I do want there to be some overgrown stuff, but like that was a little too large. And then maybe like another one sized down and like to the back. And maybe yet another one here. Okay, yeah. And then what I'm thinking I would like to do on this side, I mean, I definitely want to put in some like bushes here that are kind of overgrown, or like weeds more like. So let me try to find something that would go. I think I want this guy in here. You know, I don't know, like we have these weeds like out in our backyard in like the forest area, like things that look like this. And yeah, they just get really big. I don't know what they are, but they take over like everything. It's probably like crabgrass or something that just got like overgrown. I don't know, but this almost looks intentional, but I assure you it is not. Okay, I've placed this giant unruly bush thing down into this planter. It is cutting, as you can see, into like it's like going into the house, but I think I'm gonna have something along here so you won't be able to see it. I really want something that looks really overgrown and crazy here, so that's why I'm putting that, and I'm allowing that to kind of like go into the house a little bit, just because I feel like it really needs it. I feel like it really needs it. And then I do want to put, because I was thinking I want to put some kind of like flowery situation, but then I saw these and I think I want to size them down and just have them like overflowing out of the planter, like the ivy completely overtook. So let me actually have to put that down with the tool mod again, because that's not going to work otherwise. Let me go ahead and do that again off screen. Okay, so that is in there, and then I'm thinking maybe some kind of big bushy flower, because I feel like there would have been flowers in here and maybe like the toughest of the tough have survived. So maybe let's see if we can find something like that. I want to do this guy, and then I think I want to just do like another lavender. Like maybe the lavender has survived, because lavender is pretty tough, but maybe it's just kind of like some of it's still alive and a lot of it is just kind of like alive, but it's at that silvery stage where it gets really leggy and it's just like there's no more flowers on it. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna go ahead and do, and just kind of put those up with the 9 key and just kind of nestle those right in there. Yeah, I think that will work, what I'm looking for at least. And then I think, okay, I hate how with the foundation it just gets like all jumbledy and messed up. I do think I want to put one of these too, just really size it down. I like the way these just look so unruly here, and I may have to use the tool mod for this. Let's see if I can without. All right, so I think that will work. And then what I would like to do, I kind of want to steal this guy and put him over here, this light, in the similar fashion that I had. Let's put that on just to kind of give it a little bit of continuity, and might want to do it in the silver though, silvery blue color. Yeah, I think that will do. And I might want to put one on the side as well here. Now I will be having some windows, so maybe I should hold off on that and just wait. But let's turn the sun back on, and I want to put some extra goodies all along the side of the house. So let's go ahead and we'll kind of grunge that up a little bit. I think I want to put this guy back here. And then do I have live edit turned on? I know I've got debug. Yeah, live edit. Turn off custom content. No need for that right now. But again, for this build, I will be using, oh, look at these big old weird things. In the build itself, I will be using the A-Wing Llama content. That is the Nostalgia Living Stuff pack. Love that pack. Use it anytime I get a chance to. And yeah, we'll be using that faux show. These are like the same. I keep picking the same because they look so cool. They look so nice. You know, this might actually go on this thing. Like maybe it's been here for so long that like something decided to grow up it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that. I think that's cool. I think that's nice. I mean, it's not nice, but it looks really neat. It fits my vision. So we're gonna do that. And then, actually, let me I think it would be cool to kind of have some more ivy kind of taking over the back too. I had sized that down in the front, but for this, let's just kind of play with that. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think that would go, and then maybe I'll trail some up the side here, like it's kind of growing up there. And then as far as like it's concerned when it comes to, I want to put this guy somewhere. As far as it's concerned, where I'm going to be putting the ivy on the sides, I don't really care if they're covering windows up. That's okay with me. I just feel like it's pretty accurate to the way things might be. If you have a house where everything is kind of overgrown, it's going to go up the windows. I don't mind that at all. And I'm just going to put around some just kind of unmanaged grass where he can't really mow easily. And so it's just been kind of overgrown a little bit. And I mean, I feel like under this camper especially, it would be very overgrown. And where's that weed? Here it is. I really like this guy. I feel like I've seen these, you know, and let's kind of put that down a little bit. So, and not into the camper too much. They're kind of just going up anywhere. And I might put another one of these. I kind of intermingled that into here, and I might put another one like here, like it's kind of growing into there a little bit. And like in here, maybe some little things have started to grow in here as well. Very fun, I'm sure. There's some little things. Maybe this was originally empty or some kind of a trough or something. I don't know. But now it is, again, maybe some junk that he picked up someplace. And now it's just kind of getting weeds in it. And that's the way it bees. And I'm going to put some little tiny grass around this trough too. Just using the same one that I have around the trailer and just kind of like sizing it down slightly just so that it can have a little bit of more like realness around. It's poking through the bag. I don't really care that much. And like that. And then I'm going to do that around this car too. I feel like maybe it would be nice if like the Woodard boys maybe would, like the kids, like the adult kids, maybe they would come over and help him out sometime or like offer. I doubt he would take it, but you know, maybe they could help to kind of clean up the yard and kind of take away some of the stuff that he's been meaning to do, but now he's kind of a little too elderly and he can't really get to it, you know, like how he would want to. He's just not strong enough anymore to do that, you know. It's sad, but it's realistic. It's a way of life. People, they do get older and things do happen, you know. Life happens. So what I would like to do is I'm going to put this big bush here, and then I am going to train up some of the ivy. Okay, good. That's not cutting in on that side too. So let me get some of this. And I'm going to have to size these down because they're pretty big, which is actually really nice because if you have like a big giant multi-story home, it is nice to have this to be taller, but this is just a little one story. So let me see if I can just give that a nice little hug. I think it's actually kind of cute because the way that that's shaped, it's like love you house, and it's like embracing the house. That's what I like to think, at least. And then it's cutting into, I'm gonna have to size it down one more because it's like going up into the ceiling or the roof line. And then I can just hug you onto there. There you go. And that's cutting into, but you can't see it. Okay, good. That's fine. And I'm gonna just kind of like spray that upwards like that. And if I'm doing that, maybe I'll move that. Like it's kind of growing through that bush a little bit and climbing out from the foundation Oh, you know, this place probably has foundation issues. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is pretty flowers. We don't want that necessarily. And then I think I'll maybe use this ivy that's kind of climbing. I'm going to size it way down and then kind of put it on this, if I can, this little post to look like it's trying to climb up there too. Because that's the one thing about ivy, English ivy, it be climbing. So what I would like to do, I would want to go to... Okay, now, I know I've heard some people say this lately, and they are absolutely correct. I kind of wish that they would take these, like, holes and scratches and, you know, these type of things and just put them in a whole nother place, like a whole nother category. Because it feels like now we have so many of these, and they're like details that aren't what a pretty picture is. Like, this is not the same as like these picture frames, like even these decals and stuff. Maybe they should have like another thing called like decals, or like, I don't know, distressing or something. Just like something else, because there are so many of them now, which I certainly appreciate. Like the water stains and stuff are great. I just feel like they need their own thing. So what I'm going to do here, I am going to go ahead and go off screen, pick out a lot of these, and we'll do some terrain painting when I get back as well. I'm just putting on some water spots. I've put some like mold that's coming down from the roof line that I'm going to kind of put all the way across, well, not all the way across, but like across here somewhat. I've put some scratches on where maybe like it's been overgrown, and just over time these branches have been scratching against the house. And some more damage here with water. Got some more scratches and cracking along here. It's very subtle, but it's kind of what I want to put, and I'm going to be putting quite a lot of it. So that's why I kind of want to do a lot of it off screen, just to kind of get an idea of what I was wanting. And yeah, so it just kind of makes things feel a lot more run down, and it really makes what I'm wanting come alive, you know, with all of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and probably cover some more area with this. I don't want to make it that big. I might tool mod that to make it slightly bigger, or maybe just run up some more and stop being lazy. Let's see if I can, yeah, I can do that. Okay. And again, when I put on windows, I don't care if these are being covered or not. So I'll do that on a room by room basis again. It just makes things easier for me when I'm actually creating the house inside. And yeah, so let's get some bushes. I'm gonna get this big old fluffy thing just here that I don't want going into the side of the house. It is slightly, that's fine. And I don't really mind that this is going outside of the fence, because I feel like it would grow under the fence and through the fence somewhat. So I think that's okay. It's just what it is. Gonna put some of these guys and another one, size you down, of these big boys. Again, just a bunch of ruin. And just... nobody goes back there. It's just very overgrown. You know how it bees. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of these moldy spots. Thank goodness for the for rent pack, because I was like, when I do these type of builds, I'm always like, we need some kind of mold situation. And we just never had that until recently. And so I am appreciating that very much. I'm going to kind of vary the way that this is as well. This to me looks like maybe the gutters aren't cleaned, even though there are no really like gutters in this. And that they've kind of gotten moldy over the years, you know, just kind of water damage and mold and stuff like that. And last, what we're going to do today is some terrain painting. I feel like this will really make things kind of pop out and make it kind of like nice I mean, not like nice, but you know what I mean. So I'm just going to randomly be putting like just terrain paint wherever I feel like I need it, but especially like under these weeds, because I feel like that's, you know, going to be no sun there at all. I think I need to address maybe between the houses. Oh wow, why is there a random cabinet here? So weird. Okay. But I think I'll do that on the next one because I am running out of time today. I don't think I put any terrain paint on there, so I'll have to do that in between the shows because I forgot to put terrain paint outside for the Bernard house. Well, that's okay. And then what I'd like to do is kind of put some patchy grass, the patchy grass around the edges, and just to kind of give it some character. And I mean, that would be pretty realistic to have the patchy grass like that. Nobody's fertilizing this. You know, it's getting probably like dog food on. So that's fun. I'm going to go back to this muddy stuff here and just put this all underneath the RV or the camper. And there we go. Put some around this and also around the car. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of put some just regular dirt around some of the things that maybe get used more. Like, you know, the woodworking place, the wood shed. Like, these things aren't necessarily, like, they're used. But, yeah, like, I think he does come back here and kind of go through things. And, you know, he's got, like, his little path that he kind of goes through, which I'm going to make now. Maybe where he's walked a lot. And up to there. Sort of from the front as well. Yeah, I'll need to do some terrain paint on the Bernard house. Around here and on those stairs. And get a little bit of mud there. I'm going to put some here as well. And then we're going to get the patchy grass. Give it a little something or another. And now I'm just going to go ahead and just do my regular, like what I would normally do on a fence, just with the terrain paint all along the fence. All right, so this is what we're looking like here with all the terrain paint and everything done. Now, I'm thinking I probably will add a few more things on the outside off screen, but I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. And by happy, I mean it's terrible and I love it so much. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a flyover of what we're working with here. Just, not that fast, just so that you can see how we're looking and what we've got and what I worked on for the terrain paint. I added just a few more little weeds and stuff, especially back over here in this corner by this tree. Yep. So I believe we're done for today. Only thing I need to work on out here, really, besides just a few little odds and ends, is between the houses. And I'll probably put some kind of brushy brush or something there. But I think that's good, and I'm going to leave it there. And look at this. I love how this looks. I cannot believe this is coming to fruition how I wanted it to. So, on all of that those notes, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Make good choices, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.